Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the February 3rd edition of Carolina Week.
Elections for student body president are less than a week away. I'm Elizabeth Lamb. I'll introduce you to one candidate who thinks he has what it takes to hold that office.
Tired of shelling out loads of cash at the bookstore? We'll tell you how to save a lot of money on your books.
In sports, we have the key to winning this weekend's basketball games. Plus, a look at how this year's football signing class stacks up against last year's.
Weathercaster Joe Belanger will tell us if we can expect another round of winter weather this weekend.
All that and one UNC student's mind-boggling talent for conversation.
Carolina Week starts right now.
From the James F. Goodman Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, connecting campus and community, this is Carolina Week.
The race for student body president and other student government offices is heating up. Good evening, I'm Andrea Blanford.
And I'm Chris Neal. Thanks for joining us. After several days of freezing temperatures, the candidates finally had a nicer day for campaigning, only 6 days before the election. There are 6 candidates for student body president, 3 sets of senior class officer hopefuls, and students running in a number of other races on the ballot. Because the pit is such a high traffic area on campus, it's the natural place for candidates to campaign workers to gather in an attempt to attract voters. New rules have affected the size of signs and other aspects of campaigning, but haven't dampened the enthusiasm. Reva Phillips has worked on campaigns for the past 3 years. She says the pit campaigning is important, but it's not the most important factor when it comes time to vote.
And at the end of the day, the people who are going to vote, and the people who aren't. I think voter turnout is more affected by the DTH issuing an endorsement the day of the election than anything else.
Platforms are drastically different this year because of many candidates' hope to restructure student government. So far, we've met 3 of the students vying for this coveted position. And tonight, we're going to introduce you to one more candidate. Elizabeth Lamb joins us now live in the studio with the latest in our series about SBP hopefuls. Elizabeth?
Chris, I sat down with candidate Greg Strompolos, who says making UNC a Google-friendly campus is his top priority. Strompolos transferred from Temple University after his freshman year, so why run for SBP here at UNC?
Is because I don't want to be a phony. I mean, I'm just a real person trying to represent real people.
The international studies major from Denver, Colorado hopes you'll understand his platform, even if he's speaking the language of technology. And while he practices his speech in an empty Great Hall, he hopes his message will reach students' ears during crucial campus debates. His goals include elevating UNC's image at the global level and more down-to-earth ideas such as a new teacher rating system. Strompolos is multilingual but has no experience when it comes to speaking the language of student government. But he says his inexperience and platform give him an edge.
You know, some people are like, oh, we have no experience, you have no leadership skills. My answer to that is good.
While his platform is brief, he hopes to make a lasting impression on students with questions and gain as many votes as possible on February 9th. Many seniors don't know it, but they're still eligible to vote for next year's SBP. Many people think only underclass students can vote in that race.
Okay, Elizabeth, what else is in store for the candidates in this final week before the election?
Well, Chris, the Residence Hall Association is hosting a candidate forum tonight at 7:30 at the SASB North in the UPenn Lounge. And be sure to tune in to Carolina Week Tuesday night for our live election coverage, starting at 10 p.m. We'll be on until all the results are in.
Okay, that's Elizabeth Lamb starting us off tonight live in our studio. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Student Congress is in the process of distributing nearly $400,000 in funding to student groups. Groups typically use the money to cover speaker fees, printing, and other routine costs. If your group is interested, you still have time, but you'll have to act quickly. The application deadline is 5 p.m. Friday. Any college student will tell you textbooks are expensive, but you don't have to buy or rent books. You can get them for free. D'Andrea Young shows us how.
UNC sophomore Bailey Stearns is tired of paying hundreds of dollars for her books.
Outrageous. That's my word right there. It's just, I don't know why a book has to be that expensive.
Money, money, and more money every semester, and students don't understand the high costs.
You go to Barnes & Noble and you see books about the same size that has a lot of the same information, and they're for like $30.
Pay attention, because there are 4 ways to get your textbooks without paying a dime. Number 1, the library. Most college libraries keep copies of the most used textbooks on reserve. The downside, you can't take them outside the library. Number 2, your professors. Most professors keep extra copies of their textbooks, so ask to borrow one. But at the same time, professors don't want dozens of students to hound them either. Number 3, you can go online. You can find books that are no longer copyrighted and download some of the content to your laptop or even your iPhone. The downside, you can't often print any of the material. Last, there's something called free cycling or web swapping. These websites allow students to exchange textbooks with other students. The downside, these sites are relatively new and don't yet offer the textbooks that are in high demand. No option is the perfect solution, but
I think textbooks for free would just be amazing.
wouldn't we all? In Chapel Hill, I'm Dandria Young, Carolina Week.
And remember, as with any internet transactions, there is the potential for fraud and misrepresentation, so be sure to check the website carefully.
As students are finding ways to warm up. One of the tastier methods is for a good cause. Today, Career Services offered hot cocoa in the Student Union for just $1 per cup. Another campus-wide effort to bring relief to the country hit by a devastating earthquake nearly a month ago. Students made this sweet treat to help support the Partners in Health, an organization geared toward improving healthcare in Haiti. All proceeds will go to campus relief efforts to support the organization. If you haven't received the H1N1 vaccine or the seasonal flu shot, you still have time. Now that the university has enough of the H1N1 vaccine, all students, faculty, and staff can simply walk into the clinics to get their shots. Campus Health Services is offering H1N1 vaccine in both forms and the seasonal flu vaccine in several places across campus. The clinics are from 8:30 in the morning to 5 p.m. in the afternoon, now through Thursday, February 11th. Students can schedule appointments to get the vaccines. Your insurance may cover the cost, but it really depends on the specifics of your policy. To see a complete list of places and times to get the vaccine, visit our website, carolinaweek.org. Who says books are going out of style just because we can read them on PDAs and iPads now?
We'll give you several reasons to check out the new Orange County Library coming up.
You ever think about buying a bigger place?
Just waiting for a visit from the credit fairy.
There is no credit fairy.
How else will I get a better credit score?
Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it.
No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
No es suficiente soñar y tener buenas notas para ir a la universidad. Hay ciertos pasos que debes tomar, como encontrar a alguien que te pueda ayudar. Es el primer paso y el más importante. Para los pasos que siguen, visita ayudameair.org.
After decades in the same location, the main branch of the Orange County Public Library is on the move. Reporter Aaron Fielder has the story.
For Joshua Walker, the sights and sounds of the Orange County Public Library bring back memories of library visits past.
I used to be a madhouse, in there. I got in so much trouble because I made too much noise. And I specifically remember Ginger telling me sometimes, this isn't a zoo, just behave.
Walker's a student at UNC Greensboro and an assistant at the library. He's been a patron since he was young.
I practically grew up there. I loved the place.
The old library was located in the converted auditorium of the Whitted building. In January, the move to this building created some mixed feelings for loyal patrons of the old branch. Library Assistant Director Andrea Tullis said the move was equally mixed with the staff.
I think that there's, like I said, it's bittersweet. There's memories. There's always going to be memories.
Still, Tullis says everyone's excited for the new digs. The new $8 million library features 20,000 square feet filled with books, meeting space, computers, and a teen center. After 13 years with the library, Roberta Lloyd said the move is a big improvement.
Well, I think what's most exciting is that the community has a place now where they can be proud to come.
You don't find many students who get jazzed about a new library, but Joshua Walker is an exception to that rule. In Hillsboro, I'm Aaron Fiedler, Carolina Week.
The library is located just 12 miles north of Chapel Hill in downtown Hillsboro, so make sure you check it out.
At 11.2%, North Carolina has the highest unemployment rate it's seen in decades. But here in Orange County, the rate is better than in most counties in the state at 6.3%. But local job seekers are still struggling to find jobs. Many look to the Orange County Job Leak Center on Franklin Street, where several agencies provide a variety of employment services. Joining the unemployed are many recent UNC grads, and they're looking to the University Career Services to help. Career counselors say soon graduating seniors will not only be facing the toughest job market they've seen in years, but also more competition as unemployment rates creep higher.
For college graduates, we typically see that hovering in probably the 3 to 4% range. I think it's up to about 6% right now. So that's at an unprecedented high.
Stiles predicts that the unemployment rate for recent graduates won't go back down for at least a year.
And with the economy in such bad shape and jobs hard to come by, many students are taking a second look at grad school.
Andrew?
UNC Career Services talks to students every day, but counselors are hearing that more and more students are intent on staying in school for a few more years. UNC senior Joshua Jenkins wants to graduate, but he's now looking at spending more time on this campus or another one as a grad student. Researching grad programs and communication takes up his time, but he thinks it will all pay off in the long run.
Having a high school diploma is not the same anymore, so having a bachelor's is almost not the same anymore. So I feel like right now the cost of, going to graduate school it'll be worth it in the long run. Absolutely.
Jenkins and other college graduates hope inviting a few more years of school now will help launch their careers once the economy bounces back in the future.
Officials from Durham and Orange counties will soon be planning for the future of transit in our area, with an eye on more convenient connections between Triangle area cities. A meeting is set for February 11th to begin coordinating plans for a future transit tax. Chapel Hill and other Orange County officials are looking to use the money to fund a new rail line to Durham to supplement the bus service already in place. They say conversations with Triangle Transit Authority are progressing. Officials in Durham say they're having to incorporate the plans of both Orange and Wake County's existing facilities as they move forward. And officials have targeted 2011 as the date for putting the referendum on the ballot. And with transit, speaking of transit and transportation, I saw a lot of buses and cars out on the roads this morning. The ice from this weekend storm has finally melted.
That's right, Chris. Well, weathercaster Joe Belanger is here to tell us what we can expect with this ice.
Yeah, there's been a lot of puddles out there due to all the melting we have going on. Coming up after the break, though, we'll take a look to see how much more melting we can expect and the possibility of some snow for your upcoming weekend.
Josh, it's 21, you guys, right? Is it 21 sinus?
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. How do you know him?
Come on, Donovan, do it like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah. Let's go!
Dude, what? Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt. That's the girl I was telling you about.
Oh, that's Sarah?
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when are you going to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. Family, friends.
See you later, Sarah.
Even not so friendly people. Think before you post.
Any questions?
What kind of service plan does this come with?
Unlimited.
Can I keep my same phone number?
Absolutely.
How do I change the ringtone?
Just hook it up to your computer.
Does it have a camera? What's the warranty? Does it come in silver? Can I put my party shuffle on this? Does it have a 3.5 millimeter headset jack? You sell a lot of these?
It's the one I carry.
You ever get those phantom vibrations in your pocket?
Any questions?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
Hey, welcome back to Carolina Week. I'm weather forecaster Joe Belanger, here to take a look at the rest of your week ahead. We had a really nice lot of sunshine today with some seasonal temps come back into the area. Really helped melt away any of that snow we had lingering from this past weekend's winter storm. Speaking of a weekend winter storm, we may have another one on our way this weekend. We'll take a closer look at that in just a second. Looking at the high temperature for today, came in at about 51. Our average for this time of year is 51. So it's nice to see those temperatures crawl back to about what's normal due to the fact that we've seen anything but normal this past week. Tonight, our expected low is coming in around 28. Our average for this time of year is 30. Looking at the satellite picture, you can see here's all that clear skies we saw today. Should continue into tonight and tomorrow. The reason for all these clear skies is due to this high pressure system up here over the upper Midwest. It's really driving a lot of this cold air, rather dry air, down into our region here in the North Carolina region with this clockwise rotation. What we're really keeping an eye on right now, though, is this moisture over the Texas-Mexico region. That should make its way eastward by Friday, coming in with a lot of rain on Friday. Some places may see almost an inch of rain on Friday. Saturday, though, whatever lingers on from this storm may come down as more of a mixture. So that's what we're keeping an eye on. Nothing as substantial as last weekend, so no worries there, but still something to keep an eye on as it gets closer. If you are heading westward of the Triangle region this Saturday, you want to be cautious on the roadways with Asheville and Greensboro definitely having some light snowfall during the day. Charlotte coming in at 45, so the Queen City should only be seeing rain for Saturday. As for the eastern part of the state, you're going to see warmer temperatures, which is usual for this time of year due to the fact that they're closer to the ocean. So anything falling there will fall as rain. Back here in the Triangle region, we're hovering around the 40-degree mark on Saturday. So that's what's going to make the precipitation a little bit more of a mixture. Rain at some points, more of a slush or snow at other points. But again, nothing as substantial as last weekend, just something to keep an eye on as it gets closer. For tonight, back in the Triangle region, you can see that our temperatures will be chilly. Bring out that winter coat for sure if you're going out. Low temperature of 28 with mostly clear skies, though, so nothing to worry about precipitation for tonight. Tomorrow, you can see that there are those partly cloudy skies, a very similar day to today, with your high coming in around 48. And for your 5-day forecast, Friday, we have that rain that we were talking about. Saturday, there's that possible mixture of some rain, sleet, and snow. And for Sunday, Monday, the sun comes back out and it really clears up nicely. However, those cold temperatures stick around. So it looks like one more week with that coat for sure.
That winter weather just won't go away, will it, Joe?
Not yet, anyway.
Well, thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
If you're trying to adopt your next pet, we might have just what you're looking for. Take a look. No, you're not seeing triple, but the pet of the week this time around is a 3-for-1 special. These triplet kittens are 3 months old and looking for a new home. Maverick is the active boy in the bunch. Here's Curious Shiloh, and this is Sweet Tilly. All vary in their personalities. These white and gray domestic short-haired kittens are full of energy. They'll keep you busy, yet entertained for hours. If you're interested in adopting one of these kittens, go to carolinaweek.org for a link to the shelter. Well, that was fun, but now it's time to get down to business with Carolina Athletics.
It is, and Butch Davis and the football team had a lot of business to take care of at National Signing Day. Simone Scott joins us in the studio.
That's right, guys. The holiday that is National Signing Day is upon us, and we are very excited about it.
Let's get it.
After the break, Nick King will join me in the newsroom to talk about Butch Davis's new signing class, ranked among the nation's best.
Are fuel for your child's mind and body.
Attaboy, Pinot.
And the food pyramid will help you find the right balance. Just remember, every color, every day.
Nothing can stop me now.
Eat right.
Here's an apple.
Be active.
Come on, I'll race you home.
Make it balance.
This calls for a celebration.
A healthy lifestyle can lead to great things for your child. Visit mypyramid.gov to learn more.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did? Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Ativa and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
Welcome to sports. I'm Simone Scott. It doesn't matter how good your system is, you have to have the right players who can make the game plan work. The Tar Heels football program has been busy with National Signing Day all day. Nick King has been following the action and joins us now in the newsroom. Nick, how does the new crop look?
Simone, things are looking pretty good. 21 new signees. We've got a nice mix of athletic talent as well as just some massive offensive and defensive linemen. This is Butch Davis's 4th year as recruiting, and he feels pretty good about it. He said there's no longer the recruiting for necessity, although the linemen were the priority. Now, he knows that you have to have the right mix of talent in the spring to be ready in the fall.
It's the lifeblood of your program. If you don't like recruiting, you're probably not going to be very successful as a football program.
Here's a list of the top 6 offensive recruits that signed with the Heels. Offensive tackle James Hurst headlines this class. He's ranked number 3 nationally by Scout.com. Other important recruits are offensive tackle TJ Leifheit and running back Giovanni Bernard. The Heels also added wide receivers Reggie Wilkins, Sean Tapley, and tight end Quentin Alton. On defense, the Heels welcome tackle Brandon Willis to an already loaded line that includes Ethan Farmer, Kareem Martin, and Tim Jackson. Rounding out the D are linebackers Ty Linton and PJ Clyburn, as well as cornerbacks Jabari Price and Trey Boston. Guys, the key to success starts with the interior linemen on both sides of the ball. We know that the Heels had a lot returning from last year on the defensive side, and the added depth on the offensive side should be key. James Hurst could be a key component of that part. On the offensive line, his 6'7" frame and quick feet will be vital to protecting the quarterback in the pocket. Sean Fitzpatrick will join Zach Pianalto as a tight end for UNC. There he is, number 11. Not only does Fitzpatrick have great ball handling skills, but he's versatile. He played quarterback, wide receiver, and safety in high school. Hurst says he became a Tar Heel early in the process.
Coach Pittman, I have to say, was it. He built a great relationship with me, and he does with all his recruits. You can ask anyone that comes here and was recruited by Coach Pittman that, they love him. He's a great guy.
Both Hurst and Leifheit talked about Pittman being key factors for them. Simone, I think Butch Davis has to be pretty pleased with the way things went today.
That's right, Nick. Now, with this nationally new team, where is our current team looking next year?
Well, we were ranked 25th in recruiting class by ESPN.com. So while it's too early to gauge what our preseason ranking would be next year, returning all those guys on defense and adding some offensive depth, I think things should shape up pretty nicely.
Oh, that's great. Thanks so much. That's Nick King live in our newsroom. Now on to some other sports news. The women's basketball team isn't struggling to the degree the men are, but it's not all rainbows and puppy dogs either. The ladies lost Friday night against Florida State. That was Monday night, snapping their 19-game conference win streak. The Heels had won 51 of their past 52 games in Chapel Hill. Coach Sylvia Hatchell isn't happy with her team's performance. Center Chase Shagog is carrying the team down low. She had 16 points against the Knolls. And despite good defense from point guard Tatara DeGraffenried, the Heels are now 4-2 in the ACC, 2 games behind conference leader Duke. Coach Hatchell says her team needs to rebound better, play tougher, and bring the intensity she's used to seeing.
Nobody's afraid of us anymore. Team, we used to intimidate people. We go after people. We don't go after anybody. We're too soft.
The Heels will look to improve when they play at Miami Thursday night. Now, with a 2-4 conference record, the Carolina men's basketball team has too many problems to count. With the big weekend looming with 2 road games ahead, there is one key to coming away with 2 victories. In ACC play, an opposing guard has done the Tar Heels in time and time again versus Iman Shumpert from Georgia Tech, posting 30 points and a career high. Then Wake Forest had Ish Smith scoring 20 points, running in a fast break a la Ty Lawson. And finally, against Virginia, it was Sylvan Landesberg dropping 29. Forgetting our offensive woes, the Heels are going to have to step up their defense this weekend, specifically against the Hokies' Malcolm Delaney, who already burned the Tar Heels for 26 just weeks ago in Chapel Hill, and Maryland's Grievous Vasquez, who torched last year's squad for 35 and a win. Winning on the road has been rare, but it's been done. They just need to play like they've been playing in Raleigh the past couple of weeks. We got a lot going on this weekend. We have swimming, we have tennis, we have softball. Just wish them luck.
A lot of sports going on. We really hope the basketball team can turn it back around because we got that big game coming up next week.
That's right. We know that nothing is more important than beating Duke at home.
They can do it.
All right, thanks, Simone. Andrea, you know what they say, and I have to agree that women have about a 25,000 word reservoir to use at any time.
Well, Chris, that's because
Rodney Nagoha Nilden Raftanedits Ida Tanedisur Ted.
Carolina Week at 843-8292. You can also visit us online at carolinaweek.org. If you have questions about this program, write Carolina Week at Campus Box 3365, UNCCH, Chapel Hill, North Carolina 27599.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours? 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice? 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 150. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But, sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool, really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this, so why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately, because time lost is brain lost.
It's not every day we get to meet someone with a quirky talent.
Carolina Week reporter Adam Yosem introduces us to one student whose approach to life is, well, backward.
You might say that first year Megan Shea is like most students at UNC. She's a biology major, the most popular one at Carolina. She participates in Greek life, as do nearly 1 in 5 students at the university. But unlike most students, Megan Shea can also speak backward.
It's not like the first thing I say to someone when I meet them, oh, by the way, I'm Megan and I can speak backwards.
Shea discovered her talent when she was a high school sophomore. She says friends and teachers were amazed.
They were just like, whoa, that's so cool. And at lunch in high school, they would quiz me and get me to say different words backwards. They were like, no way.
Shea can say anything off the top of her head backward, and she can also put her talent to a tune.
Oh, yay, snack, oi, ease. I've a hitasnawad, Earl Ray, the guile.
Shea says the best part about her talent is watching people's faces as she speaks.
It's always a good conversation topic. It keeps people entertained, I guess.
If you've ever wondered what you would sound like backward, Shea can show you. In Chapel Hill, I'm Adam Yosem, Carolina Week.
Nilapakaleha, my madan misoi, and Iola Ratku.
Well, that does it for this edition of Carolina Week.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.